What up, Wastelanders? Christopher here at Gaslands, Norcal. Thanks for joining me once again for another conversion video. Now, a few weeks back, my buddy over at Small Block Saloon on YouTube, who's also a subscriber, reached out to me and said, hey, could you do a conversion based off of my project car that I'm working on, which is a real-world Mad Max build that he's doing? I'm going to put a link to his video up here or in the description. I'll stick it somewhere so you can go check him out. And I was like, well, yeah, I can do that. I love doing real-world conversions. So that's what we're going to do this time. We're going to be using this 2011 Hot Wheels premiere of a 72 Ford Gran Torino Sport for the build. It's not exactly like his car. His front end's a little bit Hollywood doctored up. We're going to have to chop up a little bit on this one and everything, but yeah, so that's what we're going to do this time. I'm pretty excited about this one. I really love doing real-world conversions. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. But first things first, we got to get this baby apart, get her into the stripper. Alright, so we're all primed up and ready to go. Now, here is a couple of the images that were sent to me to do the build off of. And obviously the back end needs to be cut out. I'm not going to cut out the entire trunk because I still want a little bit of the something to hold on to, as you can see kind of in the pictures. Like I said, this model isn't exact like his vehicle. It's because like the front end, like I said, is Hollywood up a little bit. But it's going to work out. It's going to look really cool. So I'm going to go through, and you can see I've already kind of etched out where I'm going to be doing the cut, the Dremel drilling out and everything else. I am going to use a Dremel and not a jeweler's saw. I just haven't gotten the hang of a jeweler's saw yet. It's still kind of a mystery to me. It doesn't work out right. I can't get the blade on. There are all sorts of issues, and just jeweler saw inept at this point. Just need to practice more. So we're going to cut this out with the Dremel, and then we will start looking at getting it all painted up. Obviously, just going to do the black with rust and everything else, so it shouldn't be too detailed or intricate of a paint job. So yeah, let's get the trunk cut out. Alright, there we go. So it's all cut out nice and clean. You can sand it up a little bit, polish up a little bit so it's not so quite so jagged or anything. So now I'm just going to paint it up in the black. Just going to brush it so it's just one vehicle and pretty easy. Go over with a very soft brush with some Millennium Hobbies Pro Acrylic Coal Black. And yeah, then we'll see where we're at once it dries. But looking pretty good so far. So let's get it black. Alright, so all black. Important thing to remember is to make sure you have everything cut out before you go through and paint it, because I forgot I needed to cut out part of the hood for the engine. It's going to go in there, like so. Also, I have to go through and paint like the interior, because obviously you don't want it all chrome, and the base because you don't want it red. So you're going to have to do that. I've got the wheels picked out. These are the wheels I'm going to use for the rear. The front wheels are going to be kind of the same, but they obviously need to be a little bit smaller, and those are printing off right now. Doing a custom ram, a custom back kind of bumper thing that's going to have some fuel tanks on there. I got the boom sticks all cut up and ready to go with some the top portions on there. I'll talk about those in a little bit. Yeah, so getting everything together. Only a few more things going on. Printing off the machine gun and stuff. Got a little special gunner seat that I just created out of some mesh. So yeah, doing a lot of custom work on this one. But yeah, it's cool. I'm having a good time. So let's get this stuff painted up, and then we'll start getting it together. Once the wheels get painted up and everything, or printed up and everything, then we'll get everything else painted and start getting it together. But yeah, coming along really well. Got the specialized decal logo I'm going to stick on there. So yeah, looking good. Having a great time and loving it. So let's get the interior all painted up. Alright, so we're all painted up now, the internals and the the undercarriage and everything else. Next, we're going to get it together, and then we'll start putting everything together. Now, for the bits and pieces, I'm going to get everything painted up and dry brushed in my normal method for most of them. For some of the smaller pieces, I'm going to actually, once I get everything on there, put these on there as well, and then I will paint them and dry brush them after I get them on, just because they're so hard to handle and get all the bits and pieces painted while you're like trying to hold them or have them in the blue tack or whatever else. Now, for the boomsticks, I've done boomsticks, I don't know, a handful of times, and I think I do it different every single time, just trying to find the method that I like best. And I was playing with these. This is the base is just a polystyrene bit, and the actual end is the tip of this pipette that I cut off that fit just snugly inside of there. So that's how I'm doing them this time, and I think they look pretty good. There's no, like, you know, I've used tape before. I've tried to use 3D pieces before, which I had to drill out. But yeah, this one turned out pretty cool. So that's what we're gonna do for the boomsticks. So let's get everything together. We'll get the bits and pieces all painted up. We'll get it assembled, and then get the rest of the stuff glued on there and painted up, and start doing some of the detail work. So let's assemble and paint. Alright, so everything is on there, and we got everything painted just in the black. So now I'm going to go through and dry brush the areas. I'll probably actually dry brush the whole thing in just some silver. The silver will obviously bring out the highlights and everything, the sharp edges on the casting, but then also, you know, turn the other parts silver. So we'll do the boomsticks, the spikes. For the spikes, I decided to go with the Spike Row, the printed one that I got from Dennis Bryson. You can find them on Colts. Awesome stuff. Instead of just doing the cut up pieces of plastic art, just because these stick better, and for longevity and, you know, just moving around and everything, they'll work out better. So go through, dry brush everything silver, do some of the detail stuff like getting the mesh and everything a old iron color, and that for the emblem as well. Get the decals on there, and then get it all dusted up and everything, and this thing will be good to go. But yeah, looking very cool. Loving how this is turning out. Trying to stay as true to the photos as I can with the detail and stuff that I can do at this scale. So yeah, looking good. So let's dry brush. Alright, so we've got all the initial weathering done. I got the, you know, dry brush and everything. Got the top and the chair, and all the rest of the mesh pieces all painted up in some rough iron. I'm trying to stay, like I said, as true to the images that I was sent as possible. Next, I'm going to go through and probably get the decals on there, and then do some chipping and the final rust work. Probably just going to use some of the down dirty rust stuff. It's really, really great once you figure out how to use it right. Just get some areas, the whole thing's not rusted up, just some specific areas according to the photos and stuff. So let's get that done. We'll dry brush one more coat with some of the dusting, and yeah, we should be good. So let's get some decals and some rust going on. Alright, and there we have it. One 1972 Ford Gran Torino Sport, converted to an actual real-life Mad Max build that Small Block Saloon is doing. Sent me some reference photos for these. Like I said, I really tried to stay as true to the actual photos as I could with the amount of detail that I could do, being at this scale and everything. And yeah, I think I did a pretty damn good job. I hope he likes it. Had a blast doing it. I love doing like real-life ones, whether they're Mad Max builds or not. I've done a couple for some people in the community that just had some badass looking cars or trucks or whatever. Did them up a Hot Wheels and gave it to them, and they were very, very pleased with it. But yeah, Looking awesome, loving how this turned out. If you enjoyed the video, if you learned something, do me a favor and hit that like button. My goal is to do weekly videos, whether they're vehicle builds, terrain builds, battle reports, whatever. So if that's for you, hit the sub button below and ring the bell to get notified when new content drops. I do sell all my builds pretty inexpensively on my Etsy page, so if you want to pick something up, see what else I've done, you can even request a custom build. If you'd really like to show some love, head on over to my Patreon page and get signed up. Every bit helps keep the paint flowing, the printer printing, and the camera rolling. Until next time, keep your foot on the gas and your finger on the trigger. Gaslands Norcal, signing out.
Ha 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 ha!